Welcome back to English Coach. Today we have a fun and super useful lesson, asking for directions in English through a story.
Yes, and today's story is called Lost in the City. We'll follow a character who gets lost and needs help asking for directions. And we'll teach you phrases, questions, and expressions you can use in real life.
And of course, we'll also practice pronunciation, examples, and mini conversations. Our story begins with a tourist named Emily. She arrives in a big city for the first time. She's excited, but also a little nervous.
Emily wants to visit the Central Museum, but after walking for a few minutes, she realizes she has no idea where she is.
So she stops on the sidewalk, looks around, and says, "I think I'm lost."
This is the first useful sentence of the day. Repeat after us. I think I'm lost. When you are lost, here are useful expressions. Excuse me, can you help me? I'm looking for... How do I get to... Is this the right way to... Where am I on this map?
Let's repeat them together slowly. Excuse me, can you help me? I'm looking for... How do I get to...
These phrases appear all the time in our story.
Emily decides to ask someone for help. She sees a man standing near a cafe. He looks friendly.
She walks up to him and says, Excuse me, can you help me? I'm looking for the Central Museum.
The man smiles and says, "Sure, it's not far from here."
Another useful expression. Repeat after us. It's not far from here.
Before the man gives Emily directions, we need vocabulary. Go straight, turn left, turn right, at the corner, next to, across from, behind, in front of, on your left, on your right.
These words are essential when giving directions.
The man begins to explain. Go straight for 2 blocks, then turn left. The museum is across from the big park.
Now Emily feels more confident. She thanks the man and starts walking. She goes straight for 2 blocks, just like he said.
But when she gets to the next corner, she hesitates. She thinks, was it the first left or the second left?
This is a very common situation. Even when someone gives you directions, you might still get confused.
So here are useful questions you can ask. Is this the right way? Am I going the right direction? Could you repeat that, please?
These help you stay calm and make sure you're not going the wrong way.
Let's quickly review important direction terms and add a few more. Block, the distance between 2 streets. Crosswalk, where you walk across the street. Intersection, where 2 streets meet. Traffic light or stoplight, red, yellow, green. Roundabout, circular intersection. Sidewalk, where pedestrians walk.
And here are natural phrases native speakers use. Keep going. Sigue. You can't miss it. Es fácil de encontrar. It's a 5-minute walk. It's on the corner.
We'll hear these in the story very soon. Emily feels unsure again, so she decides to ask a woman who is walking her dog.
Emily says, Excuse me, am I going the right way to the Central Museum?
The woman looks at her map and says, "Yes, but you need to go past the bakery and turn right at the traffic light."
Let's repeat that new phrase. Go past the bakery.
Go past means walk by something, but don't stop.
So now Emily has 2 new directions. Go straight, go past the bakery, turn right at the traffic light.
And the woman says, "The museum will be on your right. You can't miss it.
That phrase is very common. You can't miss it. It means it's easy to see.
Emily walks past the bakery, turns right, and continues until she reaches the big park the first man mentioned.
She looks around and says, "Okay, the museum should be around here."
But then she notices 3 different buildings, all large, all old, all looking like museums.
So she thinks, I guess I need to ask one more time.
And that brings us to the final part of the story. Emily sees a security guard near the park entrance and decides to ask him. She walks over and says, "Excuse me, could you tell me which building is the Central Museum?"
The security guard smiles and points to the left. He says, "The Central Museum is the building with the blue banner. It's right next to the fountain."
Let's review. Right next to the fountain, meaning immediately beside it. Emily finally feels relieved. She says, "Thank you so much," and heads toward the museum.
Emily follows the guard's directions and finally sees the blue banner. The museum is exactly where he said it would be. She walks up the steps and thinks, I made it. I didn't give up.
Inside the museum, she buys her ticket and starts her adventure. But she keeps thinking about how many times she needed to ask for directions and how helpful everyone was.
And that's the beautiful part. People are usually willing to help as long as you know how to ask.
Before we finish, let's review the most useful sentences from today's story. Excuse me, can you help me? I'm looking for... How do I get to... Is this the right way? Go straight. Turn left. Turn right. Go past. Across from. Next to. In front of. Behind. You can't miss it. Right next to the fountain.
If you master these phrases, you'll never have a problem asking for or giving directions in English.
Let's practice together. Repeat after us. Excuse me, I'm looking for the train station.
Go straight and turn right at the second traffic light.
Is it far from here?
No, it's about a 5-minute walk.
Great job. Using these mini dialogues will help you sound more natural.
Now you've experienced asking for directions through a story, and you've learned how to survive in any city in English.
Remember, don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to repeat, and don't be afraid to practice.
If you enjoyed today's lesson, hit like, subscribe, and write in the comments, where did you get lost before?
Thank you for learning with us today on English Coach. See you on the next episode.